welcome back to my channel and welcome back to yet another video I never thought I would have to do, but here we are. So this video is a message to everyone, but partially in response to the behavior of my peers and the continued character assassinations of my peers. I didn't expect it to get to this point, but as I've spoken about in my other videos, there's a new energy that's entered or that's coming into this plane that is a higher energy, and it's bringing up everyone's past traumas, unhealed wounds for all of us to heal. And I've mentioned this before, the only way to heal past trauma and pain is unconditional love. And this is really what we're trying to learn, to love ourselves and to love each other. And when we love ourselves, we respect people's boundaries and we act in accordance with universal law, and there's not a whole lot of chaos going on. So that really coming into this year is my intention, to bring that to the community, because sitting back as an observer for the last couple months, but especially this past week and a half, I think us as a community, we've really missed the boat on the point of basically all of this. And I'm laughing because that's my truth. It really is. I wish maybe instead of giving so much information on behalf of the Galactic Federation, I spent more time maybe teaching or expressing how I live my life spiritually, and it may have inspired other people to do the same. Because when we recognize the divinity within ourselves, we recognize it within each other, other people, and then we can unify as a collective and basically overthrow this draconian programming system that has been installed in this mind control game that has been on planet Earth for a long time. And I think I've been, my eyes have kind of been opened to the people that I have been working with, especially in December. There's been several rumors started that I've been compromised, and there's been several things incited about me, gossip, and now it's resorted to character assassination. And I think when it gets to that point, it's pretty obvious that that's in service to self and not in service to humanity, because if you're really speaking a divine truth, there's no reason to put another person down. And I'm kind of shocked that people are using their platforms to speak about me, because if you do believe what you're saying and if you have the power of the universe behind you, there's no need to bring somebody else up or talk about somebody else. And there's also a valiant effort after my book came out, talking about the sale and abuse of children. I don't think that this is any coincidence that my voice is trying to be silenced. And that's my truth. I mean, my book was dedicated to the children, and it's turned out okay so far. But I find it insulting to the intelligence of the human race to tell people who to listen to, who to talk to, and what to believe. That is a draconian programming, and that is basically found throughout everywhere in our society. You know, get the jab, do this, do that. It's found all over the mainstream media, and I think that we're trying to break out of that. So being an observer of what's going on, I'm really shocked that this undercurrent has made its way into the community, but it has. And I think it's a good thing it's been brought to the surface to heal, because obviously it needed to be healed. And I just want to also level the playing field a little bit. None of us can prove our information or who we're talking to. Nobody. And working as a medium and a psychic, I know that, and I'm used to that. So I try not to take myself so seriously in improving myself, and I will continue to live that way. I can't prove that I'm talking to an alien, but neither can anybody else. And at this point, I think it's obvious that we all have a healing to do as a collective, that we're not really ready for contact. So unfortunately, they're not going to come down and be like, what's up? So I can't prove anything to anyone. I'm not trying to prove anything to anyone. I think the messages that people, the who you're connected to and what kind of energy source you're connected to, whether it's an alien or a spiritual energy, that will be reflected in your actions and behavior. So if you're acting in a way that's manipulative, controlling, bashing other people, that's a reflection of what energy you're connected to. If you're spreading unconditional love and respectful of other people and trying to bring unity, then that's a reflection of what energy you're connected to. Whether it be a positive or a negative energy, that will be reflected in yourself as well. So I know people have a lot of questions, and they're probably expecting me to, acknowledge certain things that have been said about me specifically, which I find counterproductive because it didn't come from me. It's not my truth. I've always spoken my truth. My perception of my reality hasn't changed, and so I stand by it. And there's a lot of people, when you stand in your strength and you have a bright light, that will come and try and tell you who you are, what you're connected to, who you are, what you should be doing. And that's a dark siphoning energy. And I don't allow it into my experience or into my space. And if there's anything that I can maybe give back or teach people in this moment, it's to not allow other people to tell you who you are, and not allow other people to define you. And that is basically a principle that we're all trying to bring to the truther community, is find out who you are, be it, shine the brightest light you can possibly shine, and don't let anyone dim it. And that's what I'm trying to do. And I've tried my best, and I think I've done the best I can do, and I think I've done a good job. And I have been privately threatened since December to stop talking about the Galactic Federation and stop claiming that I'm in contact with Valnek. And I've been told that it's going to be repeated that I'm compromised until I stop speaking. And I don't respond to threats, and I know who I work for. So I know I have a strong energy behind me, and I believe in myself. And I think that if that behavior were to continue, that's a reflection of my peers or whoever is speaking in that manner. Because that is manipulation and control, and that's what we're all trying to break out of and bring some healing to the human race. And so I think that's all I have to say. There is one more thing. I know a lot of people are curious, well, how did things between Thorhan and Valnek, and how did that all go down, and what's going on with Valnek and upstairs in the Galactic Federation, and what do they think of all of this? And I don't have permission to disclose what goes on up there, and I don't have permission to disclose what goes on with people's personal jobs, experiences. I respect both of those men so much, and I would never reveal their personal information online, just as I wouldn't want my personal information revealed online. What I do have permission to share is that, yes, I'm in contact with Valnek, and yes, he is still a commander of the Galactic Federation of Worlds. And I also want to point out, too, they have never commanded me to do anything. And if anyone watching ever comes across an entity or someone who says they're part of the Federation or some sort of council, and that energy starts to command you or tell you what to do, I would definitely disconnect from that energy, because they up there, they are not in charge of me. That is for sure. And anything that is enforcing its will on you, that's coming from a negative source. So Commander Valnek, not my boss, has never given me an order. High Commander Ardana, not my boss, has never given me an order. I don't have a boss, and there's no authority figure over me. And I want to remind everyone watching that there's no one that's in charge of you either. So specifically to the people who are in charge or who have participated in the sale and abuse of children, they're not going to stop me either. They're probably going to watch this video. They're not going to stop me either. And as long as I have a platform and I'm able to speak, I'm always going to inspire all of us to come together to overthrow this system that doesn't serve us. So that's what I have to say.
Can they be that close? Just let me stay for